Geo.
Hi,
everybody.
Thank you for sticking around. If you're here from Ranger Wrap Up, welcome to Henshin Hangout. That's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. That's good.
That's
pretty good. Good for you.
You can go back in time and fix it.
No, yeah, in a minute.
In a minute.
This is the most we'll talk about Geo for this episode, because as you saw in the title, we're going to talk about and look back.
A Lupat look back?
A look back for before the show ends, and it will be ending soon. 51 eps in total. We will be getting at least 5 more episodes left. So
hopefully without delays.
Hopefully no sports events coming in.
I know Japanese people love golf.
That's true, they do. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, it's a rare time to actually look back and think about what the show was, what the show started, our favorite moments before we steamroll into the finale. Before we do that, why don't we go into the chat and see who is here. Okay, so we got, go ahead, why don't you read who's here?
We got Blackwing, Lila, J-Boss, Ryan Earl Thomas. Let me see, what else we got?
Oh,
DDT
here,
Cosplay.
why don't you control that? Sorry, that's your laptop.
So plug this right here. That works out.
There we go.
This won't die.
There we go.
DDT Cosplay, Kevin Dunn.
Hey!
And Edward Sanchez Productions.
Nice. All right, thank you all for joining. Okay, so let's look back. Loop back.
Look back.
The general, yeah. So pretend this is the clip show.
Okay.
Of our show, and let's look back on.
We're Santa.
We're sent. He was here a couple weeks ago.
So we're in Halloween Court.
We are not in Halloween Court.
Okay.
Here, take us back in time to the beginning of the show.
All right, ready?
Yep.
We're going back. Let me don't crunch my fingers.
Please don't. Here we go.
Did it work?
It did. We're back to a year ago, 2018, on the first episode of Lupinranger versus Patoranger. Here's our team of the Thief Sentai, Lupinrangers. Who are they, and what is their deal?
Their whole deal is they're a group of random people from a schoolgirl, a chef, and a brother who really sucks at being a brother. They're all coming together because a certain monster froze... their loved ones and took them away. And a certain old man, maybe like Alfred, but 100 times more of a jerk, forces them to become Power Rangers.
Okay. And this is who they are. We have Kairi, who is Lupin Red, Toma, who is Lupin Blue, and Umika, who is Lupin Yellow.
Best girl.
No argument. But that's the Lupin Rangers. But they are challenged constantly by, that's also Kogre, the butler.
Do we still know anything about him?
Other than he was he's known Arsène Lupin for a while.
So Alfred, we just know he's
just Alfred, yeah.
Okay.
Now their, of course, mission also is to grab the Lupin collection that belong to Arsène Lupin. And once they collect all the Lupin collection pieces, they apparently will be given a chance to get their loved ones back. But that's the Lupin Rangers deal. Who are the Patoringers? That's the Lupin collection, by the way, folks.
The secret anniversary show.
These are the Patoringers. Who are the Patoringers?
The Power Rangers are... How is it?
Patoringers.
Patoringers? But what's the organization called specifically?
The Global... Sure.
It's a weird acronym.
Why did we not look that up or remember it?
They're a global ranger force, like SPD.
Yes, there we go. Perfect.
They have branches set up what we know in Japan and France. And that they're hand-picked, except for Green. He's a backup.
We have Keiichiro.
Yes.
Pat Ichigo. Sakuya. Pat Nigo. Yes. And Tsukasa.
Pat Sango.
Correct.
Which helps me a lot because I know the numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Global Special Police Organization.
Thank you. Global Special Police Organization.
The GSP.
The GSP.
Yes.
And their mission is to constantly track down and to arrest the Lupin Rangers.
No. They're here to stop the ganglers.
That's true. The Lupin Rangers are in the way. Who are the ganglers, though?
Does it matter?
Well, we have to explain who they are. Who are the ganglers? Let me see a picture of the ganglers.
They're the interdimensional mob.
Yes.
Here to find a replacement for... I have always trouble remembering names just because they're not important.
Right. we will get to that. We basically need to get a new Dawn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Dawn.
Yeah.
We gotta get the Dawn.
You
You got a very special task and he needs a favor.
Yeah, he needs a lot of favors. So that is our Ganglers, and I'm blanking out on their names right now. I'm shocked I didn't look that up either. So no. we have Ghosh. We have Ghosh. No, who's the girl? What was it? What's her name?
I just remember Destroyer.
Destra. Ghosh.
Ghosh?
Yeah.
Such weird names. Donamaj? Donamag?
Yeah. Nobody knows who the Ganglers are. Thank you, Layla.
Oh, wow.
Because we'll get to that issue in the show. But anyway, that's who the Ganglers are, and that's who they are fighting. And basically, that's the common enemy for both sides.
True. Yes.
Basically, Lupin collections are used by the Ganglers because they're the one who stole it from Arsène Lupin.
Each contains a special ability that's revealed for weird, mundane tasks or special, super overpowered abilities.
Right. Hey, we got Super Chat.
Super Chat.
Thank you. The Blur, once again, I appreciate that you've been doing this the whole night. Why don't you read the Blur's question?
All right. The Blur asked, should Lupat been an anniversary year season? I think it was aesthetically.
Right.
It doesn't need to be story-wise because we just had an anniversary.
Yeah, Zyuohger was technically the anniversary year.
So we got what we need visually.
Right.
Like from Time Ranger, Shikinger, from even like weird abstract references.
Right.
Like Jetman.
Yeah, they had Jetman a couple times. There were a couple of Go Ranger ones, Sun Vulcan ones. And yeah, I mean, I think the thing was that like the show doesn't need to function as an anniversary show. Zyuohger, technically, if it's the anniversary year, you don't really need to be. I think you don't have to 100% be a tribute show, or
you don't need to be a tribute. Just acknowledge the past.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Zyuohger had the Gokaiger crossover and the other Super Sentai crossover movie with Ninja.
Actually, wait, was
it Ninja?
I can't remember because their movie was so quiet.
Yeah, I think it was Ninja
because they got outshined by Gokaiger.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I think for anything, the reason why the Lupin collection ended up being Sentai references is honestly probably just for fun.
Maybe ramp up for the Olympics when we get our like 45th.
Yes,
I think 45th. Yes.
Yeah, that might be the case too. I can see that. Also, hey, it's a cheap way to just repaint an old prop.
Just throw it in.
It's like it's the Mobile. We don't care, and they just paint it green.
The Time Ranger breaks is just gold.
Yeah. Or just that one slightly repainted Deca Ranger Judgment.
Oh, where like they painted over the little judgment sign, but still put the symbols above that.
Right. Anyway, that's the collection, and it's I don't know if it would have been a better show or a more interesting show if they kept it as an anniversary show, or if it was set in the anniversary.
I think it would have been too much for what we already have.
I agree with that. I think that's a good point. All right, so that is the general idea. But wait, hold on. There is one more member.
Oh, you're talking about that one.
I am talking about that one.
A little gold and silver guy.
A little gold and silver guy. From France as well.
Is he from France?
Well, he was mostly... he has been trained in... He mostly was stationed in France.
Okay.
Our guy, or someone's guy, Noel, who is a double ranger?
He's a Lupinranger.
Yeah, and
he's a
Lupinranger who says he's also a Patoranger.
He's got a nice gold jacket.
Yeah. And a good silver top hat.
Yeah, amazing.
That's a pretty good silver top
He never
hat.
wears that outfit enough.
I agree.
I feel like
for a guy
the way they did his suit, I think they gave him the gold just to give him the nice police outfit. They'll give him the good silver suit.
Actually, yeah, I could have seen that. That would have been nice. All right, so that is the general. Can we see them as Patran X and Lupin X real quick, please? Just so we can get the.
No. 1, 2, 3. Where's
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
All right. It's all right. So hey, that was Noel, and that's the whole show.
Yeah.
More or less, in a nutshell. Every week.
Not much has happened since then.
Not much. It's a variation of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is generally the whole show. Now, before we dive into some of the other questions that people have submitted to me or thoughts, I would like to know when the show was announced and when you saw the suit and you heard what the high concept was. And this goes for you guys too in the chat. And if you want us to read your thoughts, don't forget that super chat. What did you think of the premise and the visual aesthetic before you even saw an episode?
When I heard it, I heard Ranger versus Ranger, and I thought, they're not going to do that. I think it's going to be 10 episodes of the first arc of We Hate You, but we group up. That was before I even saw the colors that they chose.
Right.
Find out we had 2 reds. And now in Sentai, the only time you do 2 reds is if you're going to have a jerk, or one of them's going to die. And hearing that made me kind of curious of what they're going to do.
Right.
Because you don't have team versus team unless one of them is subverted or they're evil.
Right.
And we didn't... Well, we got kind of one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing how it was through... I never once asked, though, about the Ganglers. I never asked who the monsters were because I thought in my head, it's just me, Ranger versus Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing it going through, the designs are great.
Yeah.
Everything I heard beforehand gave me nothing but hope.
Yeah, sure. No, I think I'm with you on that. Actually, I'm 100% agreeing with you on... I assumed the same thing.
Okay.
That they were going to be... They were going to team up at some point, and it would stop being a versus show.
Yeah.
And then it would be like, yeah, maybe 10...
Because there's been no precedence for it.
No, like Kamen Rider has had plenty of years of Rider versus Rider.
Where they never even resolved the issue.
Where they never even resolved the issue. Even starting with Ryuki, where there was like a new Rider they fought every week or so.
And then they killed him.
Exactly. So Kamen Rider is not short of Rider versus Rider.
Yeah.
Sentai's never done that. And so I'm with you. I agree that like, in like latest episode 20, they'll team up and then just be a team show from that point on.
Because it's all about teamwork.
Right. So I figured the same thing with that. And I was hesitant. You know,
Okay.
like I was
Hopeful, but you're ready for the worst.
I was ready for the worst because I didn't know how they were going to pull off a versus concept at all. You
Okay.
know, like I was curious to see if they can pull it off. They could commit.
I think the only time we got closest was the Gokaiger Juoger episodes.
Yeah. No. And even then, like we knew that they were gonna. It was classic. They were gonna team up
Yeah.
at some point. So for me, going like, a whole show about that. I mean, you're gonna try to find a way to do that for 40, almost 50. Now we know over 50 episodes.
Yeah.
Good luck. I mean.
Good luck and set sail.
Yeah, I'm with you though. The suits look great. I love the designs when I saw them.
Now I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who do you like more, the Lupin design or the Patoranger design?
I mean, no question. I mean, capes.
Okay, there you go. Capes and top hats versus suit and ties? Nah.
The suit and tie. I don't hate the Power Rangers designs as much as some folks, but I think they don't pop.
I think it's
The
too
way.
much white and not enough accent colors.
It's,
They get lost in all that sea.
Yeah, I can see that. Especially like because I can see what they're trying to go for.
Yeah.
With like the one strip of red or one strip of color in the chest to look like a tie, but I don't know. The Lupinranger suits they just look good.
They look slick.
They look slick. I'm a fan of capes. I'm not like Edna Mode. I like capes, and you know that also Go Ranger had capes. You know, so and they got a mild Go Ranger-y cape thing going on.
They got a Go Ranger vibe when they use that certain collection.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. Also, I do like the fact that the visors also are flipped in terms of what The Lupin Rangers have solid color visors.
Oh, okay.
The Powder Rangers are all black visors.
I'm barely thinking about that. It's just the old-fashioned black visor. Well, we get the translucent.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of cool. I like that you got two variations of that. What did the people right now saying in the chat concerning their thoughts of the show? Or
Let me see. Worse than a ninja? Ninja is an atrocity? I don't think they're talking about this show.
Wow, what? It's worse than Ninja to you? Okay, well,
Oh
we'll
my
get.
god. I think we can both agree it's not that.
I don't think.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I don't think. We'll get to that maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the show we thought What's our initial thoughts? Yeah. Now, what do you think? 45 episodes in, how do you feel about the show now?
My worst thoughts came true.
Okay. Okay.
Minus the team up.
Right.
I think everything I thought bad would happen did happen. Minus the exclusion of Noel, because I didn't think that thing was going to happen at all. I think they have room for a 6th Ranger, because they have 6 Rangers.
Right. Actually, I knew they were going to add someone extra.
Okay.
Because they can't help themselves.
I thought they would break it for this year, since they were breaking other trends.
Nah, I don't trust them. When Kyuranger came out a couple years ago, and they said 9 Ranger team, I'm going, it's going to be 20, watch.
Number 11 is the 6th Ranger.
Yeah, number 11, then 12. They got to 12. For a show called 9 Ranger, they got to 12 Rangers.
Wait, it is, oh my god.
Right?
I keep forgetting it's called 9 Ranger.
So I had all the, no, you're going to add another person. I just didn't know what you're going to do. You're going to add 2 more people, like 1 per side, or you're going to add 1. I didn't know what the plan was going to be.
Oh, like the original rumors when Noel came out.
Right. Now, would you want to explain that real quick?
Okay, so when we first heard about the entrance of a 6th Ranger, it wasn't really clear that he shifted.
Yeah.
We just got the image of both Ranger suits. Some people were like, oh, they're a little similar. What if it's the same guy? Or if it's one guy with 2 different morphers on both teams? We never really thought the idea of, like, he's just shifting constantly. and he only belongs to one teammate.
Yeah, that's what we end up getting. I'll get to my Noel thoughts further in tonight. I have strong.
You got a rant.
I got a little bit, a little bit of a rant. And that's just come from the guy who mostly enjoyed the show.
Which is surprising because I did not like the show for a very long time. I even dropped it, as most people know that from the fan side. I'll
say this: I like the show more than most. I can especially see that like in the chat, there's a couple who really hate the show. And I even know that Johnny and Jez are also very frustrated with the show for a good chunk. I think
for understandable reasons.
I think it's like the criticisms I've been hearing. I'm not gonna sit there and go, hey. Yeah, all right. I am definitely feel like the show's character-driven stuff really works for me.
That's the one thing about the show that kept me into it.
Yeah.
Because they do characters right.
Yeah.
They don't do teams.
No, the characters are really, really strong, and I feel like, for me, for a show that went 45 episodes in, the fact that the thing that you and me both kind of were wondering that was going to probably happen, which is they're going to team up in like 10, 20 eps. 10 eps, probably.
Yeah.
45.
46, maybe 47 episodes in? Because we don't even know if they even team up next episode at all.
Yeah, and they don't even reveal each other's... They don't know about each other's identity. Well, they don't know about the Lupin's identities yet. So they've actually been consistent on keeping them as two separate... Oblivious. And for me, it's been working. Like, they haven't found a way... It hasn't felt like a cheat that they found a way to break it, or at some point I'm calling the Patorangers idiots for not figuring it out. For me, it's 45 episodes in.
When we got to the 40 range. But then the Christmas episode changed it for me. It's like, okay, I'll give it to you. This was to the point where I was ready to give it up and lose all belief, but they switched it. Like, a very smart detective move is what led you to that.
Right? That's what's so cool about that. It wasn't and I think what was cool in the show is that they've done a couple of things where they made you... They had at least Tsukasa kind of catch on once or twice. Yeah. Or even Keiichiro went, let's put a pin on that, even though they never
But with Tsukasa, I feel like she never was going to act on it.
Yeah. I
feel like even some part of her knows, but she thinks these people are good, I understand them. Yeah. If they can operate outside of us, so be it.
No, and I think that's one of the strong things about the show because of that. Like Tsukasa, they've done a very good job of kind of building each member having a connection to each other one way or another. Like, say, Tsukasa and Umika. Yeah. Like, that's becoming a thing. Or Tsukasa and Kairi, which I didn't see coming.
Okay.
Like, them kind of get to know each other a little better.
Keiichiro and no one.
Yeah, what's that? What's the last one?
Keiichiro and no one.
Keiichiro and no one. And that makes sense, because he's the pig-headed one who won't, like, go on his plans. Oh, so, hey, look, the best duo.
The two top rangers of both teams.
That's not wrong. That's not wrong. So yeah, but right now, but the show is also very like red versus red centric.
Yeah.
Do you feel? Yeah. Oh, hey.
Super chat. We got a super chat from Tristan. He says, "You think U.S. could adapt Lupat without calling on SPD?"
Okay, so it's kind of a flip on the question we got in Ranger.
Without SPD.
Without SPD.
Easily.
I'm still curious to see if they will if America will commit to the idea of a thief team.
I think they would call them. I think they would do what we did here in Lupat, but make it much more obvious they have no control over their situation.
Okay.
Very much, their crimes are without their consent.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start jumping into some of the submitted questions and thoughts.
No problem.
And again, if you want us to read any of your guys' questions right now, or like what Tristan did, do a super chat. So, first one up. I'm trying to scan it right now. It will be from Kevin, because Kevin Durian was like the first guy to mention anything. Let's see here.
While he's going through that,
yeah, go ahead.
We can talk about how much we were disappointed in Keiichiro. Is it Keiichiro or
Keiichiro?
Keiichiro. I can never pronounce his name. How no connection, pig-headed cop. He's kind of like Bullock, except he's not drunk. He's going through just bumbling around until one episode he made very logical decisions, finding out like, hey, that name's familiar. Is this related to that guy? Hey, wait. I wonder if there's other people with the same names. Like, oh, that's his brother. That's a friend? wait, who would leave their wife behind in a missing thing and become a chef? And they just happen to gather in the same place and be by every crime? It's just wondering, these guys might be Lupinrangers. Or, the more logical one, they're working for the Lupinrangers. Which I think he's going to go to.
Yeah.
I think someone sounds like, no, they're the Lupinrangers.
It's probably going to be the case, actually. Yeah. Okay, so with Kevin, Kevin Duya?
Kevin Dion?
Dion. Okay, so he was
Or
first
Dwayne.
one. Dwayne. He was one of the first persons who submitted some questions. So
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and start reading these out loud. First question, I'm going to skip. I'll address that in a second. Second one, what are the things are you looking for? No, I'll skip that one too. I want to keep it to Lupinranger centric right now.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Just skip Kevin entirely.
I'm gonna skip Kevin
Okay.
entirely.
We'll come back to
because
Kevin.
You know what? Ray King had
Okay,
some
Ray
good
King?
had a good question here.
Okay.
2 questions. How would you feel if Patoranger X and Lupin X were separate Rangers? And then, which female Ranger is your Ranger crush?
Okay. We can hold on the Ranger crush because it's
Sure.
going to be a fight.
Okay.
I
Okay.
feel like it is.
Uh-huh.
But for Patoranger X, I don't think the show could have handled it at all.
If there were 2 separate Rangers?
They're having trouble just doing Noel on his own. Just
Right.
imagine an extra Ranger on top of that.
Yep.
They just strains out the teams, the dynamic, and you have more story, more character stuff to do with a person we don't have time for.
And here's my chance to kind of explain my problems with Noel. I think Noel is a wasted opportunity.
Okay.
I think when his character, simple, sure enough, things like when he first shows up and he's doing all that parkour stuff.
He should be doing more
He should do
parkour.
more parkour.
Because the actor actually can do parkour.
Yeah, like when he was on the run, it was a nice reminder that the actor can do it. And to which I'm like, why wasn't he doing that for 20 episodes?
Insurance.
Oh, is that the answer?
Probably.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Rangers does that.
I guess so, but I mean, I feel like that they could find a way around that. Or
Okay.
find a way to make it safe to do on set. I think with Lupin X, Patoranger X, is that here's what again. This is me fanficking it. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But I kind of, when I heard about the idea of an undercover member, I'm like, okay, that could be neat. Like he's an undercover cop.
Okay.
So he's like maybe part of me wishes that he was more like Shades of Grey, that you're not 100% sure who's officially
What he should have been.
right.
Not that where he's very clearly Lupinranger.
He should be very much like, is he on their side? Is he on
Didn't
their
even
side?
tell us in his debut. I'm a Lupinranger.
Yeah, he's very much like, hi guys, I'm basically your friend, but I work for them too,
Okay.
essentially. And I kind of feel like there was more drama to
To have if you never have a guy you can't fully trust around.
right.
So
And
like a Bullock.
like a
What
bullet.
Keiichiro is becoming.
Yeah, very much so. And I feel like there's more. There would have been more areas of like trying to like getting to know him, getting to learn him in that regard, and instead of just sort of like the cops will allow him to be with the Lupinrangers, and Lupinrangers are cool with him being with the cops, I guess. And
Now this you're just there. We accept it.
yeah, and I was trying to see if I can go with it for a while, but now that we're this
You want
deep,
that internal strife
right?
because that's where the drama comes out. That's where
Exactly.
you get the character moments.
Exactly. And I feel like it's a missed opportunity not really approaching it in that
It
angle.
very much is so. Just because of what we do know about Noel is a letdown.
Right. Now, even the big reveal is okay.
Do we want to talk about the reveal, or is it not important enough to let people watch it?
No,
Still?
bring up the reveal. Like what? And let me know your thoughts on the reveal.
That he's not human, kinda, and he's an adopted son of Lupin. A lot of these are question marks because they're half answers.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Because he's half a ranger.
yeah.
He's never one-sided.
It's very It's
Aggravating.
It's very aggravating, and it does feel like the show kind of loses momentum with him because it goes in that
It
direction.
stopped. It stalled completely.
Yeah.
Because we had to stop for a whole episode of like, who are you?
Right.
Why? When we're supposed to be in the end game or leading up to the end game.
Right. Another question I got is from John Gatewood.
John Gatewood. Okay.
This is again sticking with Noel. What side will Noel be in the upcoming battle? Yeah.
Well, considering how they now learn the identities and probably going to group up, it's just going to be the Ranger side for the Gangler threat that will pop up eventually,
Right.
which I'm not looking forward to
Why is that?
because they have nothing, no story, no big plan except we're here for a new gang. We need a new leader. Go at it, boys. Especially, what's his name? Kamen Rider Snipe. Our version of Kamen Rider Snipe.
Yeah.
Ice Boy.
Oh, Zamigo.
Zamigo. Nothing for him at all.
That's a good lead into this next point from Layla. It's not a question, but I kind of want us to explore this a bit. Even though Lupat doesn't really have a plot to the show, the characters are what they do best, which we agree with.
Okay.
We know more about these 7 characters than we do the actual premise of the show. I know people, myself included, have complained about the villains getting no focus. But this isn't a villain-based show. If you want a show where the villains get a lot of development, look no further than Gekyranger, Jetman, Liveman, and to a certain extent, Ranger.
Okay.
What's your thoughts on that?
I would happily agree with that.
Yeah.
Because we don't need the villain focus, which is why we should never got Zamigo in the first place. We never should have such a recognizable villain with characteristics that, like, he could have been a super general.
Right. Right. No, true.
These guys should have been Donamage, Destra, and Gosh? Or Gosh?
Gosh.
Gosh.
Yeah.
It should have been it. Everything should have been impersonal. These villains should have just been a threat that they see, can handle, and they get aggravated themselves, just trying to come back at them.
And no, I agree. And I think the thing with Zamigo is kind of in a certain trend of, let's say, a Bungle in Zyuohger.
Okay. Yeah.
Or a Bosco in Gokaiger.
What's his name from Shikenja?
Shoot, I loved him too.
The samurai. I can't remember his name. But very much in that vein of character.
He should have been, but the fact is that the show nearly forgot about him.
They did forget about him.
Yeah. For, 3 months? It seems like he didn't show up again or brought up again. And...
I think just about that. And even now, he's kind of like, don't mess with my toys.
Yeah. And it's also, like, even, like, I will tell you something about Bungle for a sec.
Okay.
Bungle was a character that I grew to be really excited about because I liked the potential of the character. Like, he did some really dark stuff, especially with Yamato, and Yamato, like, screwing with Yamato's brain. But then at a certain point, he became, give me my whale.
True, yeah.
And after that, it was like 5,
He served his purpose.
He served his purpose, and in 5, 6 episodes of him not getting his whale, I got real bored with him real quick. And Zamigo is kind of worse, because...
He doesn't have a purpose.
He doesn't have a purpose. We got a super chat.
Super chat. We've got Heal Life, aka David. He's saying, loving the new THS banner in the background. This beautiful thing.
Right here. Beautiful. Thank you for that. A lot of hard work put into that. Millions of man hours. Millions of hours. Billions of dollars, even, to put that up and make. Thank you very much for appreciating that on the super chat. Okay, so actually, since we're... actually, I kind of do want to stick around with villain stuff for a second. One of the things about... Layla brought up a good amount of old school villains. And, and I think those are some great choices and some great calls. One of them is... I just finished the show, Liveman.
Okay.
Have you seen Liveman?
I've started it, never finished it.
Okay, Liveman and Jetman.
Jetman I have finished.
What do you think of Jetman's villains?
I love the ending, and I love that the villains had no bearing across what the final outcome.
The ending's great, though, right?
Yeah,
the ending's great. The villains, Vyram...
I don't remember their names.
Okay. Vyram is the name of the villains in Jetman, and Volt are the name of the villains in Liveman. And they're some of my favorite Sentai villains of all time. Mostly with Jetman, one thing I love about Jetman's villains is that they're bastards.
Just real monsters.
Real monsters, and the main one, Radiguet, is a real... Oh, that's the other one, Gekyranger. There we go. Thank you. Radiguet, who just real jerk, real piece
Shoot
of...
your puppy in front of you.
Yeah,
John
no.
Wick style.
Oh yeah, and then like piss it in front of it. You know, he's really awful. And then Liveman's villains, Volt, are amazing because one of the things I love is what the villain Bias does.
Okay.
Who's the main kind of your emperor guy, and his plan when you get to the end is so messed up. If you get around to it, wait and see. He does something where I'm like, oh, that's pure
I gotta
evil.
watch more Showa Sentai.
You do. 80s Sentai is good Sentai.
Well, all the murder.
Yeah, all the murder. That's what Power Rangers will never do.
Oh,
all
wedding?
the murder.
Let's just kill someone.
But Ranger and Gekyranger have some really good villains too. Geki's really interesting because those two villains get actually get a hero turn at the end.
They become the Monster Rangers.
Yeah. So those are some really great villains. Ranger I'm not 100% finished with, so I don't have a big opinion on them, but Liveman, Jetman villains are, I thought, great. What is it? You finished Jetman then, so what is it about Jetman what do you think about Jetman villains, in your opinion?
they were a threat when they were there, and then were finished. You didn't feel the need for them. Like,
Yeah.
they were done.
Yeah.
That you could just keep going, like how we saw the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like how that send ending for everyone who knows it. I'm gonna talk to you on my wedding day.
Yeah, please.
Have a good day. Like, oh, you're holding your side? It's fine.
That's fine. It's cool. Oh, you're really on that bench for a while. Yeah, I just like the view. I'll be back in a minute.
But their villains, when they finished them, having go through, you felt finality. Like,
Yeah.
You're okay with them ending because they had a story.
Yeah. No, 100%. And that's the thing is like just it's contained so well in Jetman and Alive Man, and the real like mind screw that the main guy does to the villains is so good. So yeah, those are some good Sentai villains when the shows want to focus on really great villains. And that's the thing. This show, Lupat, is so focused on the versus angle that the Ganglers are them.
Yeah. It is an rate them.
Yeah.
Because you like, oh, the Monster Week, done. The Ganglers are rip off. Hey, what did Lupinrangers do?
No.
That's what the show is very much.
Exactly. Here's another thoughts.
Okay.
From Blackwing.
Oh, okay.
Blackwing goes, I don't have any questions. I can say the only moments in the show that made me enjoy it is when both teams were together. Noel's identity reveal should have been around the episode 30, and the villains are really weak, as we've said.
Yes.
Zamigo is wasted potential. Here's a hot take
Okay.
from Blackwing.
Okay.
In all honesty, this has to be the worst Sentai show I've watched, and that's saying something.
You haven't seen much Sentai. You have not seen much Sentai.
Oh, Daniel, no!
Yay.
Oh, no! If you've seen Jetman, you know why I'm reacting like that.
Why are you holding your side? Are you okay?
It's fine!
You want to see the doctor?
No, just go with the rest. I'll join later.
He's just taking a nap. He's fine.
It's just fine.
But guess
it's fine.
which
And then-
one's actually doing something? They kind of look the same.
That's true. It's true. If you don't know the show, you're
We're
fine.
good.
You're good. Yeah. I mean, I understand Blackwing if you're not happy with the show. That's fair. I
To say it's the worst because there's a lot of redeeming qualities. It's the whole reason why I'm back on it.
yeah, I can agree. Yeah. No, it's
hard to see it like that now.
What is your least favorite show of all time?
Least favorite? Oh, Ninja.
I hate Ninja.
Awful.
It's awful. It's
super hot.
Oh God, no.
Super hot.
Oh no. This is the thing about Ninja Steel that I had a weird hope for.
Okay.
Is that this is one of those cases when, hey, I hate the Sentai. Do whatever you want. You can't clearly make it
way
worse.
is up.
Right? The only way is up. You can't make it worse.
They found a way to stay in their level.
Yeah, no, that's real impressive, guys. I did not know you had it in you. I did not know you had it in you. And no, Ninja, to me, if Ninja's so bad, I can't go. Like, yeah, if you're unhappy with Lupat, I understand, but I'm just like, but
You still redeeming qualities.
yeah, I see such redeeming qualities. I look
What's
at
the Ninja got? Oh, look, their family. Hey, why are you calling your cousin cute?
Yeah, it's weird.
Super weird.
Also, like, motivations are weird and off place. Like, Blue goes, I hate red, but we need red.
And I'm a wizard.
Wait, that too? That too.
That's his character. I'm a wizard.
As well, I don't know why he's also a wizard. Can't he just be a ninja? No. As wizard as well.
Well, ninjas are cool, but what if they had a dog, a truck, a dragon,
What if
a flying saucer?
What if he's Naruto and Harry Potter?
Believe it.
There.
Yeah.
We also got another super chat.
Super chat from Anthony Davis.
Thank you again, Anthony, for the super chat.
He says Zamigo should have been Lupin's Bosco from Gokaiger.
Yeah. I mean, that's...
I think he looks too cool to be a Bosco. Because what, Bosco?
I thought that was a pun. Is that not a pun? He is cool, though.
Oh, I'm so slow. I'm so slow.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get through this.
Reverse that.
Okay, but what...
No. We're done.
Okay. What about him looking so cool that you think that he's not like quite? What is about that you think?
He's got that general vibe that's gonna be the final villain. Mm-hmm. He has that look of he's threatening. He's just gonna kill one of the Rangers on one episode, just when you least expect it. It's just he looks more threatening than Destra, Gosh, or Don Amigo.
I can see that. Yeah. No.
You can't like he just looks threatening. More story to him. He had things planned, but they never did.
Right. And again, it's kind of I brought this up in the Ranger wrap episode, but I'm gonna reiterate it again here. It's like Sentai, because Sentai has the run and gun, film, write, and shoot within a year mentality. I almost feel like they have all these lofty goals and plans, and then I kind of use that as a train as a metaphor, where it's like the show is the train, and the cast and crew and the writers are just laying down the tracks every week.
Just trying to keep it going.
Just trying to keep it going. And then sometimes they derail. Sometimes they...
This one got derailed and forgotten.
Yeah, exactly. That's like they missed they missed the stop that's supposed to be Zamigo's A-plot. And then they just kept going and went, oh, crap, Zamigo. We left him way behind, you know? And no, it's a shame.
Okay.
I agree. I do agree. Like, I think at the end of the day, most folks are going to say Zamigo was obviously. I think
he was a Boba Fett.
He was the cool
Captain Phasma.
Captain Phasma. Good as an idea, not an execution.
He looked cool, but did he do anything?
Yeah, y'all Boba Fett fans have to realize that.
I think we just made haters.
That's fair. I have another question here from Nathan Fuller.
Nathan Fuller.
Orondo.
Okay.
If you could change one thing in the show, what would it be?
To make it more enjoyable, I would change Noel.
Okay.
Because Kenichiro is fine the way he is. The way they set him up.
Yeah.
Noel was the one they dropped the ball on.
Okay. Again, I agree with that. It's funny. Yeah, no, it's also, I want to read the rest of his comment. For me, I would have changed it to one team instead of having two separate teams, which I feel like that
kind of the heart and the point of the series.
It misses. Yeah, I feel like that's the whole selling.
Oh, wow! What the?
Whoa! Look at that super chat.
I don't even know what that money is.
It's from the. Well, it's pesos. I think we're okay, but no.
Oh, pesos.
But it's so good. Hey, thanks for. Ian, I know that's you. Thank you. Let's go ahead and read that super chat.
From Ukiya Senpai. They say, Lupat needs more other Patran Nigo.
Yeah.
Or a Patran featuring Lupin special. Other two is good.
I think they definitely need to up most of the Patran episodes for sure.
Oh, I think he's mentioned he needs the other Patran Sango.
Yeah.
The one that we never saw that died.
Oh, that would have been good. That's
a V cinema we need.
That would be a really good V cinema, 100%. That reveal was great, by the way.
Yes, perfect.
That was a perfectly good reveal. Finding out where the human identity is from the gang.
That there was other candidates and all that as well.
Yeah. Oh no, that's really cool too. Pointing out like Sakuya is like second in command. All right, it's still pretty. We were very impressed how it looked in American dollars. Hey, you still super chat. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I was like, wow! Oh, wait. It's pesos. It's okay. It's still good. Thank you. That's still good. All super chats are welcome. Hey, for funsies.
Okay.
Not a question that's here, but your favorite gangler.
Oh, that's super easy. It's the one that brought me back in the show. Samon?
Yeah. He is mine as well. Why do you love the character? Why do you love this gangler?
He's the one gangler that made it fun, least threatening, and actually a good person, but was murdered for nothing.
I think his mission is hilarious.
Give the children of the world salmon.
Yeah, give the world the white. And I love that even at the end of the episode, they still went, "Hey, the salmon recipes weren't bad."
Oh, that's right. They were eating nothing but salmon with the one chicken.
Yeah, it's like Toma went like, I got inspired by our gangler, so I just made a bunch of salmon recipes.
They had so much salmon from killing him, they made a decoration to the tree.
Also, I want to point out the really super gross thing about him is, as I was watching this episode with my friend, he was like, "What are those in? Are those tomatoes?" And I'm like, "Nah,
wait, that's caviar, isn't it?"
I told him, like, "Nah, dude, that's salmon roe."
Oh no!
And he's like, "Ew!" Oh yeah, no, that's awesome. And then every time he gets punched, salmon roe comes out of him.
Oh,
like,
no.
Oh, that's like eggs.
So they killed his children as well.
That's right. That's right. That's right. The Sentai killed babies.
Not the first time.
I mean, well, yeah, touche. That's true. Oh, and this episode was just really funny with all the cutaways and
all the gags.
The
mob boss who wants a healthy alternative and will replace your product with value higher than what you had before.
Oh my gosh. So good. So good.
It's such a waste.
Especially because I learned about truly understanding the Japan's culture of like chicken on Christmas.
I recently learned this through producer Nagami.
Oh yeah. I learned about it recently this year too. And I love the idea this episode was centered around that
Christmas chicken.
Yeah, Christmas
You can't
chicken.
have Christmas without chicken.
Apparently.
And we gotta murder anyone who's in our way.
Yeah. All of them. Anyway. Alrighty.
Making Japanese kids look awful.
I have another thought here from J-Boss.
Oh, sweet. J-Boss.
Why don't you go ahead and read this?
Okay. J-Boss says, Lou versus Pat is okay, and has its positives and negatives. Characters are alright, Kichiro being the best one. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's very episodic villains. Could have been better, but it kind of works with this type of show.
Yeah, that's a general. I think general. Yeah, it seems like we're pretty Kichiro folks in this.
Yes.
In the side. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean.
Everyone seems to have the same basic opinion that what they could have done was so exponential, like new range, new things could have happened, but what we have works.
Yes. I no, and I that. Whoa, we got another super chat.
Super chat. Oh, from Ryan Earl Thomas. Show you guys some Henshin love.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan. You gave
you
gave as much as Filipino pesos as the end did, which is great. That's awesome. Thank you, man. Now, I think I got so I got another thought here from John Gatewood.
John Gatewood. Okay.
Should Hasbro do Lupat in 3 years first, then do Kyuranger or Zyuohger?
I actually talked about this, I think, with Daniel. That they shouldn't do Lupat in America, just because it's not the right timing for us.
That's a good point. Yes.
It's something that maybe has to wait or not done at all.
What is it? What do you think? I think I know you're going to lean into that.
Public opinion on police.
There it is. There it is.
I don't think the show can be brought over.
And I
Not
think,
yet.
Not yet, and definitely specifically with the gun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hell no.
That was the thing I thought. I was surprised that we got with Dino Charge. Like most of us assumed, oh, you're not going to keep
It's
the
a
cavalry
laser
involved.
blaster.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. Even though you do load.
And they don't really focus on the gun. It's like bang bang. But
true.
when the cops, it's full on hand coordination, top procedure.
I think that what you just said is 100% the reason why they can't do it right away. I agree. It's going to take some time, if at all.
Did we do the Blur's casting super chat?
No, I didn't see that. Oh, please! I'm so sorry, the Blur.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see if I can go back.
That was a blockbuster movie.
Oh.
You cast.
Okay, Lupat. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, fun. That's kind of fun.
fantastic.
That
sounds like a big thing on its own.
Oh.
Do you want to hold off on that and really put time and effort into
I
this?
want to put some time and effort. Let's put a pin on that.
Okay.
And because that's good.
That's a great idea.
That's a fun. I kind of want to bring everyone.
Thank you, Blur.
Yeah. I want to bring. That could be an article.
That could be. Maybe they want to submit one?
If you want. We can also wait till Jazzer gets back too. We can, when all three of us can bring that discussion up next time.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
More heads and more different. Well, no, we don't like his casting ideas.
Jazzer's.
It's all right.
Well, all right. That's fair.
That's a really good thing.
That is a cool. No, I mean, that's something we can. That's
you can really play up the verses with who you picked as an actor.
right. Age. You have the choice of age and where you want to play
That's a
them.
big thing too.
Yeah.
Because old school cops,
You
new
know-
school kids.
That's a fun thing that we don't really get a chance. That's something we don't really think is an option because we always assume that like the Sentai will just become Power Rangers.
Oh yeah.
But that's a fun idea. It's like
Because
let's-
all we can now because of Hasbro and their movies.
Yeah.
What we've seen. Oh.
think about that. Like take a Sentai any show and go like what would be the fun American recast of a big movie version of that. That could be fun. Period.
Because there's unlimited possibilities. Because who you pick can decide the show.
Yeah, that will be fun. We'll put a pin on that. I think Blur, that was a really good question that we will address later on because I really want to talk about that. That's actually real, but I want to put some thought. I want to put some real thought into
Gotta
that.
let it cook in the oven.
I want to stew. I want to let it
You gotta
bubble
let
in
the
break.
salmon simmer.
I gotta let the salmon simmer before it breaks apart because you probably shouldn't let salmon simmer too much.
True. Well, we could-
Cooking points on Henshin Hangout today. Okay, I want to address something else. It's not a question on here, but it's something that has been kind of
a general consensus?
yes.
Consensus?
Yes.
Yes. General
Uh,
idea.
It's the robots.
What robots?
Why do you want to say that?
The robots, like the monsters, matter even less. Even though they're Lupin collection, they should be the whole focal point.
What is it about this year's Sentai's robots that just are...
They make, unlike Ninja, where it's like, oh, toys as a kid. These ones are, like, I think you guys pointed this out before. The robots, like Johnny even says, they don't focus on the team they come from.
Yeah.
They're just vehicles, not police vehicles, just
Yep.
vehicles.
Yeah. No, I agree. That is a big problem, and it's something where I feel like it's the toy side fighting the show side.
Yes.
And I think sometimes I kind of want to, like, I think some people have to, I feel like the toy company should understand the idea that, like, if kids like
Another super chat from Tristan. Speaking of articles, I sent Who's a Better Leader, Jason or Tommy article into y'all.
Oh, we will look into that then. Yeah. Yes. But thank you for that.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat for calling that out, and someone didn't look at that. So we'll fix that soon. Yeah, I know. So it's like, I kind of wish, like, they understand that, like, the toy companies understand that, like, if the kids like the show, they want the toys to reflect the show they're watching.
Okay.
And to force toys because you think that will sell because it's a kid's toy into the narrative doesn't help it very much sometimes. That's gotta be cool.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, it makes sense. Because what we've seen so far, Lupinrangers are flying vehicles.
For some
sometimes.
reason. Sometimes. Yeah.
And then Patoranger are police vehicles, and then just a bunch of random construction equipment and tanks and such.
It's right. Like,
It's strange.
like, part of me kind of wishes, like, well, couldn't they both, like, couldn't the Pat Rangers been cars? Because it's a getaway vehicle, like
Yeah.
a thief. Or if you want to go real obvious with the Lupin.
Such an ugly Zord. Such an ugly Zord.
If you want to go real obvious with, no, I agree. If we want to go real obvious with the Lupin, the third reference, then like a car that looks like Jigen's car, or
Okay.
like, just because that's a thing in my brain.
More
Like,
theme-centric vehicles.
exactly. Why are they planes? I don't know why they're planes.
Why is he a jet helicopter and then a slightly modified helicopter?
Yeah, Jesus criminy, right? When Kacher got a motorcycle robot, which they don't use anymore,
It has a person on it.
it does have a giant
Strange.
person. I could wrap my head around. Well,
Because I think police cycle, cop, and all that.
yeah,
chase.
that works. And then a blimp shows up, and then
Oh, a drill inside of a what's it, like a lift?
yeah,
of
I
a
drove
truck.
outside of a lift. Yeah, it's very randomized. Not as random as Ninja, because there's a UFO for some reason,
And a surfer.
and oh
And a
god,
dinosaur.
I completely forgot. There
And
was
a lion. That's a base.
I forgot about literally the last two you just mentioned. Yeah, What-
Okay, like the only ones I've seen kind of match are the Pot Rangers, the very first three. There's
Right.
police cruisers,
Yeah,
a baton, and what was the other one? It's just a regular fist, right?
just regular fist, yeah.
And they're just police cruisers, which makes sense. The Lupinrangers, on the other hand, are just flying vehicles, like military type weapons,
Right.
that don't match them in the slightest.
Yeah. For me, I wish they did. It would be more narratively, it would be more satisfying. And, aesthetically, it will force them to kind of not go too buck wild on giving them too many random weird
Like a mini Zord that's a gun that's Lupin, but
Shouldn't
not.
that have been the Pato Rangers?
Should have been the Pot Rangers.
Right? Because my brain was with that, I'm like, Dirty Harry, cop.
True.
But
Or
they-
make a mini Lupin, a last remnant,
See,
because that's a missed chance too.
that is a super... See me? I'm gonna go look at Ukiya Senpai said. It's more like a Transformers thing. Lupins equal anything that flies. Pats anything grounded. Oh, so like Decepticons, Autobots.
Autobots can never fly for some dumb reason.
Yeah.
Decepticons can fly when they're not a flying vehicle.
Right.
Actually, now it makes more sense. They're just Transformers.
Where does the fire truck come?
I don't know where the fire truck comes from, producer. I am just as confused as you are. Okay. Well, before we, I think I'm gonna want to wrap up our talks with Lupinranger, Pat Ranger, but we do have five left.
Yes.
What do you think they have to nail in these last 5 episodes?
That switch, because they're going to reveal their identity of we're a team, or the very last episode is we're still not together, we're even more separated, and this is the final chance. Forget everything we've done. We need to stop this now.
Okay. Pretty straightforward. To add to that, because I can't say anything better than that. To add to that, really satisfying stuff with Zamigo. real pulling the trigger on what his deal is, what his connection is.
Or pull the trigger on him.
Or pull the trigger on him. I mean, it will end hopefully with being pulled the trigger on him. But at least finally give me the real deal with Zamigo. And if you can make it work in 5 episodes, make him really threatening in these last 5 then.
He just gets that switch when the side villain becomes the main villain.
Yeah. Maybe it could work. It'd be tricky.
We gotta mutate him.
Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta make him like even uglier.
You saying he's ugly?
Uglier.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's not ugly now. He's pretty handsome. But I mean, and I'm talking about the monster side, not the. I kid. Am I? Anyway, no, I agree. And
Watch him be Lupin.
Oh no!
I just noticed his gun looks like the trigger magnum that they use for Lupin Rangers. I just noticed that from the picture we brought up. Watch him be Lupin.
Oh, actually, Familia has an interesting point you want to read out. Go ahead.
Oh, Ashley, see, the Lupin Rangers' loved ones are already dead. Oh.
Aw.
They are, technically, I think.
Yeah, there's no...
And I think the Ganglers will use their faces as guys as the...
Ooh!
Oh! That's brutal.
That would be good.
It's like you gotta kill your brother.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, there's like 2 Pennywise-ish looking monster ganglers that came out this year.
We don't mention them.
I'm just saying.
We don't mention them.
They definitely do look like Pennywise.
It's not all fun and candy down there.
That would be really good.
That's heart-wrenching. But that means the Patoranger's gonna get nothing.
Oh, that's true.
Unless you subvert it. Just like other seasons we talked about.
That's true. Okay. So, we'll see how the show lands, and hopefully they'll kind of commit to finishing those last 5 in a
relatively happy manner.
A relatively happy manner. I do want to bring up a little bit of going into the future, and I want to talk about the questions that Kevin did. Yeah, now I'm bringing back to Kevin.
Now you're bringing back Kevin.
Okay, so his questions and suggestions. One, and it's actually more about Henshin Hangout. I think this is interesting.
Okay.
He's asking, why not do a chunk Henshin for a Toku recommendation? I mean, you have time for Johnny Dope Kicks. That's very true.
Not today. He's gone.
That's true. Maybe a movie or a series to recommend to old and new fans of the genre. I would be more than happy to.
Fun.
I would be more down to do that. We can probably talk about that, and maybe I can even find a way to do that by next week. You know, that'll be kind of fun. Maybe not 3 to 5, a little long, but like a quick.
This is your nightly recommendation.
Yeah. That would be fun, because I think, yeah, it's true. We
replaced that with Johnny Dope Kicks. None more.
None more, unless unless there's a Dope Kicks Sentai show.
We just take his shoes away. We just don't let him have shoes.
Number 2 question. What are the things you look forward to the 4th Dino series?
An amalgam series. That's what I'm looking forward to.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so what we know so far is the story somewhat resembles Ranger.
Yes.
The suit designs and weapons are a combination of Ranger and Kyoryuger.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking it's going to be the sweet point, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see by episode 50 next year.
Yeah. When we're doing Henshin Hangout, then.
I'm hoping it's the best parts of each of those series, because that's what it looks like so far, with just their designs and story.
You know what? Yeah, that'll be great. Especially, they've not done the theme 4 times yet.
This is the first time.
Yeah.
And such a short amount of time, because it's been about... Each season, when they redo one, it's been about minimum 10-ish years.
Exactly. Yeah.
And this is the first one we cut it soon.
Yeah.
Super quick.
And it's so weird, but you're right.
I think they need to make their money back and their love, so they can get that Olympic Sentai.
Just in time.
I still think that's gonna be a thing. Is the Olympic Sentai for the 45th?
I would. You know what? I don't see anything wrong with that. No, that might be the smartest thing they would do.
That's why Lupin and Pato are officially 42 and 43.
You know what would make me happy as an old school like Showa Sentai guy? Because one of the things that happened a lot in old Sentai is like there was that one female member in the group had some sort of athletic ability.
Oh, like Miss America?
Like Miss America, or she would, like either she would be a gymnast, or she would be a ribbon dancer, or she would be a high diver. And part of me is like, with your theme, you can bring that back. Hardcore.
Bring back the sports
bring
football.
Bring back this. God. Okay, and he kind of asked a couple. I think this is going to be, I think this is going to be a little more of a faster answer. In your opinion, what is the best looking Sentai mecha?
Best looking Sentai mecha. I like Tiramigo from the newest Sentai, actually.
Oh.
I love the way Tiramigo looks like.
Yeah.
The newest T-Rex, the best looking one, because you only need him to make the Megazord. You don't need anyone's help or backup. It's just the Red Ranger. Even though it's red, I wish it was like green. It's my favorite color. But you only need one Zord for the main Zord. It's not even like a mini Zord. He's the full-on main Megazord.
That'll be cool. No, that's cool. I do like that.
Plus, he looks like the movie. So.
True. I think for me, I'm very partial to GoKaiger, personally. I like
You mean the past?
What's up?
You mean the past? You love seeing old Zords come back?
I do.
A little cheating answer.
That's
right
a little cheating answer. But if I could talk about it more, okay, then I'll be. Hold on. What's a really good recent one? Or not that recent?
You want to go back to the Ninja?
No. That is a good looking bot, though. I agree with you on that.
Looks like Grimlock.
Yeah! I have no problem with that. Me, Rigger.
I'll watch him talk.
Oh, please.
Because they're partners, so they have to be alive.
See, that's the thing. That's the way I wish they could transfer the Power Rangers more.
The partner aspect of the Zords?
Yeah.
We got in Dino Charge.
Yeah, they could have done more.
Rexy.
I mean, that's not bad.
One.
It's the only one, and even like in Kyoryuger, they did it a lot more often.
Yeah.
I want that to be real dedicated. No, oof.
It's hard, right?
It's hard. I know there's bots I don't like. The 80s ones are kind of a little generic to me. They're all kind of big, blocky.
Big blocky or just a dude?
Big, blocky blue.
What's not blue?
Oh, it's just like there's like 8 blue in a row.
Oh, okay.
Like there's like so many of them that are just like blue. Eventually they started doing the color distribution. Screw it. Screw it. I know.
It's hard for you.
No, I know the answer, and it's so.
Oh.
It's so.
Let me judge you. Okay.
It's so typical.
Okay.
Because it's like.
Don't say the Mighty Morphin Dino
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. The Daijujin is a great robot. He's a great robot. We're lucky that we're lucky to have him as the first one. He's a great design.
Agree with you that.
He's a great design.
If we had to start off, he's the perfect one.
He's the perfect one. Designed by the guy who designed Voltron.
Really?
Yeah. And when
Wait, vehicle Voltron or regular line Voltron?
Go Line. Then.
Okay.
Go Line. Yeah, when you realize he's the same designer who did Go Line, you're like, oh, that makes way too much sense. I love the horns. I love the faceplate thing. Yeah, part of me's like, I didn't want to say it, but I'm like, who am I kidding?
You did say Jew-Ranger, though. It's not Mighty Morphin.
That's
it's
true.
Still good.
I did call him by his real name, Daijujin. So
Daijujin.
Daijujin.
I have trouble pronouncing their names.
It's like many years of me saying that word a couple times. Pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, there he is. Look how.
Actually, you point out I do get Voltron vibes.
Specifically with the legs.
Yeah, the legs perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
He's no longer the Mighty Morphin Zord. He's Voltron.
He's prehistoric Voltron. Yeah. You want to pick that up?
Anything less? Anyone asked?
I think that is it. I think we are all fresh out of fresh questions.
See, no, that's a better Voltron.
That is a cool Voltron. I will admit to that.
I say the best Voltron, but you know.
Hey, I'm not gonna fight you on that. It's a really good looking Voltron. Okay, I think that's it. That's all we can really talk about.
Unless we want to go to the future. Oh, super chats.
No, please,
thank everyone.
Yes, go for it.
So we want to thank Ryan Earl Thomas, The Blur, Tristan, Hugh Life, Anthony Davis, and Ukiya Senpai.
Thank you guys for super chatting.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We're always happy when you do it. Because sometimes we will get in our talks and the chats.
Like how we missed Blurs.
Yeah.
Really good question.
No, and I feel real bad for missing Blurs. So good that we'll address it with more time to stew. And so, thank you guys for super chatting always, and thanks for everyone who just asked questions on the regular chat, and thanks for everyone who actually answered my call.
Oh, we had a lot of answers, right?
Yeah, we had a lot of thoughts, comments, and questions. I'm not gonna lie. When I submit it, I'm gonna post it and see if anyone says anything. And I could have sworn that I'm gonna get one. Watch me stretch it. And
but
then
you got what, Ryan? I think
I got Ryan. I got Kevin and Ray. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and re-mention those guys right now because they were very helpful.
Many long, very thought out questions. Yeah.
So we got Kevin, Ray, John, Nathan. Layla, Blackwing, J-Boss, good amount of people who just like, and they gave me some really good stuff that we can bounce off of tonight. So okay, that's all I think we can talk about. We have 5 to 6 left of this show.
We can watch them right now if you get the belt.
And we'll tell you right now how good it is. Amazing! They nailed it!
We skipped 5 weeks and you're eating
By the way,
words.
Beast Morphers is amazing! You have no idea what you're ready for yet!
Oh, it'd be premiered by that time.
Oh,
Can
man!
we skip to that instead?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Holy crap, they adapted Patoranger! Oh my god, XE became VR Troopers! I can go on, but I should probably go on. I should fix some things while I'm doing this. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Toku, tell us where they can find you on social media.
They can find me everywhere at TokuKid. It's my moniker, my name, my new name from now on, apparently, I've been told.
Yeah, legally.
Legally, I'm no longer whatever that other title was. I don't even remember what it was.
Exactly.
Where can they find you?
On Twitter at Justin Keys, on Instagram at Justin Quiz. Thank you again so much. Thanks for all the super chats.
Thank you for the super chats.
Yes, seriously. And hey, you know, we're here every weekend talking about your favorite stuff. So please don't forget, if you haven't, subscribe, like, share, tell everyone else about us. Go to THS hashtaggers.
Let everyone know.
Let everyone know.
If you have friends, scream it in their faces.
Yeah. Like right here. Like this is their face. And like I need you guys to know, like if you like watching this, please bring more people. Tell more about us.
Bring
like,
your friends, your family, that guy down the street who talks to himself.
Who else can you rely on talking about tokusatsu stuff on a live basis this year? Let me know. I don't think the answer is no. The answer is us at hashtag show. Thank you again so much. Don't forget to subscribe. And so you keep to get... No, I keep screwing this up every time. So you can stay up to date for everything trending.
In geek pop culture.
Peace out.
Later. Let's skip to the future.
Yeah.